Now, remember, too, Jennifer Hill's estate has been dismissed from this lawsuit now. So it's only Sabrina that's left. And she's not hanging on by much. So Ben was sued individually and in his official capacity as a deputy sheriff with the Letcher County Sheriff's Department. Okay, so since these are so long, we will try to, yeah, I'll try to skip over some of it. I wanted to see who, on behalf of defendants, Jonathan Shaw, Jason Williams, Sabrina was present, it says. I think she was there for all of them. I don't think she missed a one. And Sabrina's been very, she's not come out and talked because she can't right now. But don't take her silence that she doesn't want to. And I'm not speaking for her or anything. I've just spoken to her myself. And I know that it's not because of a lack of, want. She wants to talk. She just right now, this lawsuit is still pending. And so she's tried to do what they've told her to do. Direct examination by Bethany Baxter. Reporters. So Bethany Baxter's the one who did this. It was not Ned. I've not seen where Ned did anything in any of the depositions. Jason Eccles, the witness, having been sworn by the court reporter. Okay. She says, good morning. I just started. So it's fairly, and she's just telling him what to do or what to expect. Don't be shy. Ask me to repeat a question. Okay. And then she tells him about breaks. Okay. Is there any reason that you don't think you can give this deposition today and answer my questions truthfully? No. Are you on any kind of medicine or substance that would impair your ability to give a deposition? Nope. Tell me what you did to prepare for your deposition. I just spoke with the lawyer. Okay. Did you review any documents? We reviewed some. Okay, give me 1 minute. My client, Sabrina Adkins, is joining the call. What documents did you review? Just different things that was sent between me and Ben. Okay, would those be Facebook messages? Those are the ones that we've been going over that I was just talking about. Yes. Any text messages? I'm not sure if there was text messages or not. I just know it was mostly Facebook messages because, like I've said 1,000 times, around here in the mountains, people didn't know about, especially the older ones. And these guys are older. They're not young spring chickens. So they may have just barely understood Snapchat. But you didn't have people using, these weren't techie people. They used Facebook Messenger. I would find it hard to believe that any of them were really very advanced with technology. Remember, there are very few trained or educated. So Mr. Shaw. So Facebook Messenger is just the favorite kind of culturally, I guess, around here. Bethany, for the record, it is the information that you produced. Okay, thanks for that. When was the last time you spoke to Ben Fields? I can't really recall. It has been quite a while. Now remember, his wife is working upstairs in the courtroom. So, Jason Eccles is working side by side with Ben's wife every single day. Still to this day, he works with Ben's wife. I can't really recall. It's been quite a while. Okay, can you give me your best guess? Have you spoken to him in the last month? Maybe the past 2 months, but not in the past month. When you spoke to him most recently within the last 2 months, what did you all discuss? I was doing some training with my firearm and I just sent him a video. Have you discussed this lawsuit with Mr. Fields? No. We're just best friends. But no, I didn't dare. Really? Come on, Eccles. I'd discuss it with my best friend, wouldn't you? When was the last time you spoke to Mickey Steins? I guess the day he shot the judge. Do you recall ever speaking to Mr. Steins about this lawsuit? Not in detail. I asked him if he was okay because he'd been stressed out. Will you repeat the last thing that you said? I started to interrupt you. I apologize. That was about it. Just me asking him if he was okay. When was that? September 19th, I believe is the date. Okay. Was that the date of the shooting? Yes. Okay. And I know that is probably a difficult subject to discuss, and I don't ask you these questions to belabor it, but I do need to ask a few questions. So, I think he gave a deposition on Monday. Are you saying that you didn't speak to him about it until Thursday? That I can recall. That's the only time. I didn't really. I just asked him if he was okay. I told him that he seemed stressed out. Why? And so you're saying you saw him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you never asked him about the deposition? And y'all are working right there with Ben's wife, and the judge. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. They all also wrote and signed affidavits to the effect that nobody ever came in and tried to report that Ben Fields was even doing this stuff. They all denied it. Okay, did he talk to you before he gave his deposition about the fact that he was going to be giving a deposition? I think he told me. He told me that he was going to give a deposition, but I didn't know when it was going to be. Okay, did you understand the deposition that he was going to give to be the deposition in this case? Yes. So this case was filed back in 2022. Do you recall discussing this lawsuit and the facts related to this lawsuit with Mickey Steins between 2022 and September 19th of last year? She doesn't want to know anything that you may have met about over discovery issues or anything that we've talked about in the past or that Mickey may have been in on the conversation with. She doesn't want to know what that. Sorry. Are you asking me if me and Mickey had conversations about the lawsuit? Yes. Not really. He just kind of kept me updated, but nothing in detail. Okay. Tell me how that he kept you undated. I guess that would be updated. Remember, these depositions are horrendously errored. There's a ton of grammar errors in this. It was fairly short answers. He would say, hey, I got a deposition I'm doing. Mostly he would just say, I talked to the lawyers. And that was usually it. Did you ever discuss Sabrina Adkins? Nope. But remember, old Daniel Dotson told in his state police interview from the shooting that Mickey was getting sued by some crackhead. Even after Ben, this was what, after Ben even served his sentence. Because Daniel Dotson's the sleaze bag of them all. Sorry, Mommy. All right. Okay, aside from speaking with your attorney or the attorneys for the sheriff's office, did you discuss your deposition with anybody else? No, you didn't talk about it with any of your coworkers. I told them that I had a deposition to do because we had court today, and I told them that I had to come over here and I wouldn't be over there to help. Okay, are you in the Letcher County Sheriff's office right now? I am. I want to hear a little bit about where you were born and raised. Are you from Letcher County originally? I was born in Marion County, Indiana, and I moved to Letcher County. I was probably about 6 years old, maybe. Have you lived in Letcher County since that time? There was a period of time that I lived in Pikeville for a few years, and then we moved back, and I've been here since. Do I understand that prior to working for Letcher County Sheriff's Office, you worked at the Letcher County Jail? They all promote from within. I did. Tell me the time period that worked for the jail. I worked there 4 years, I believe. Before that, I started at the sheriff's office. Did you work at the jail with Ben Fields? I did. Is that when you met Ben Fields, or did you already know him prior to that? That's where I met him. Okay, and what of the county? I guess what parts of Letcher County have you lived in? I lived in Mayking and Millstone, and I lived in Isom, and I currently live in Colson. Okay, when did you meet Mickey Steins? When I worked at the jail. He was the bailiff at the time. He would come down and get inmates to go up to court. Was he also the home incarceration officer at that time? I believe so.